Hello and welcome to Kids Corner. Sir Winston and I have just finished making my bed. And he was asking me about the quilt that's on the bed. My mom made it. It's called a log cabin pattern. And if you could think why it's called that, where you have these wine blocks, those are the center of a block, and there's a buildup of rectangles around it. And it's kind of like how logs go around the very beginning, and it builds up. And by doing different colors, you get a different design. This one is almost made as if it's a bit of a diamond pattern in the middle, and then larger diamonds around it. Quilt patterns have all sorts of different names, and I was telling Winston that there was a stage in the probably around 1800s where they named quilt patterns names from Bible stories, and there's one called Jacob's Ladder, and we'll put up a picture so you can see what Jacob's Ladder looks like. Of course, each quilt looks very different depending on how you put the colors. Jacob's Ladder is from a story in the Bible, and Mark has done this story in Lego. So why don't we all listen to it?
Now, after Jacob had received Isaac's blessing, Esau was very upset with him and was overheard plotting against him. So Rebekah told Jacob to flee to her brother Laban. She also told Isaac that she did not want Jacob to have a wife from one of the local tribes. So Isaac blessed Jacob and sent him away to his uncle Laban in Paddan Aram to find a wife. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. When he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. He had a dream in which he saw a ladder resting on the earth, with its top reaching to the heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. There above it stood the Lord, and he said, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. All peoples on earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. When Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. He was afraid and said, How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone he had placed under his head and set it up as a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called that place Bethel.
Well, wasn't that quite a story and really a dream? And yes, indeed, that was the Jacob that we had heard stories about before, about him buying his brother's birthright, and about him stealing his brother's blessing by pretending that he was Esau. You know, that story tells us that God is with us anywhere we go and despite anything we might do. And isn't that good news? So why don't we have a little prayer together? If you could bow your heads and repeat after me. Loving God, thank you for being with us. Help us to be kind to others. Help us to look after your world. Amen. And we look forward to seeing you again at Kids Corner.